Okay, so I decided for this blog post I was actually going to do a video because I feel like I have a lot to say and a blog post wouldn't really do the justice of what I want to say, so I thought might as well do a video. It's not going to be edited, it's not going to be amazing quality by any means, but I do want to at least give you guys a little life update on what's been going on in my life, and I hope that, me sharing what's been going on will somehow help anyone who's been like kind of in a weird funk lately. So I really hope this in some way is beneficial, and if not, then at least you're just learning where the heck I've been and what I've been doing. So I haven't put up a blog post in like 4 months, which is really crazy because I was actually very like steady with it and doing it pretty consistently for a good like 6 months, I would say. But then 2019 came, and it was really great to begin with. I was in Florida with my sister and had no care in the world, and it was super awesome. But then school started, and I didn't like the classes I was taking. I wasn't really doing super well in them. They were just really tough, and I needed to take pretty much all of them for pre-med or just to graduate. And I don't blame the professors or anything like that. It's just, if you live in Michigan, it's very dreary, very cold. It's always snowing, and like I live by myself, so I was coming home from like being outside, where it's snowing and just horrible weather, to pretty much being alone by myself, isolated, and studying for classes I didn't want to be really taking, classes I really didn't want to be like involved in. It was such a struggle just to like get up and go to class. It had nothing to do with like the people were in that class or like anything else. It was literally just like I hated those classes. They didn't make me feel smart. I wasn't like super interested in the topic, and so I just kind of felt like, okay, well, I just need to power through and do it. And 10 weeks doesn't seem like a long time, but it is, especially doing something that you don't particularly enjoy. And once it ended, I felt like there was a huge weight off of my shoulders, but then like grades came back. And grades aren't everything, and I don't in any way, shape, or form want to like define myself by my grades, but after being at the school I've been at for 4 years, and then like your second to last quarter getting the worst grades you've ever gotten ever, is very, very demoralizing. And I don't really like particularly know how I still feel about it. I still kind of struggle with it, and now that I have whole new classes and a whole new perspective, like it's completely fine. I'm really enjoying my classes and everything, but I think that I'm still really struggling with everything from last quarter, and just like the winter and just the people I was surrounding myself with. And I didn't get to see my family all that often because I constantly had class, or I had lab, or I had practice. And so my family gives me a lot of strength, and the fact that I couldn't see them and I couldn't go home that often. And when I did, it was like for very small, trips here and there, and it made me feel horrible because, it was like for a doctor's appointment or for this or for that. And, it really made my whole life just not the best life it could have been. And, for those of you who know, I do have really bad anxiety, and even though my anxiety may not manifest into panic attacks like it used to, I definitely felt myself getting very anxious again, very nervous. I had really bad self-esteem, self-confidence, and I wasn't really doing much to help that. And on top of everything else, like I always felt that I wasn't ever good enough, whether that be in tennis or in school or in my relationships with friends or family or with partners. And last quarter really emphasized that, and I'm still kind of struggling with what had happened last quarter. And it wasn't anything super intense or super dramatic or anything like that, and I don't want anyone to be overly worried about me. It was just more like I was taking these classes, wasn't doing well. I was also struggling a lot with tennis and just struggling a lot with the people I was surrounding myself with. They weren't the healthiest people for me to be surrounding myself with. And I continued to surround myself with them, even though I knew it probably wasn't the best idea. And so then everything kind of else was put on the back burner. Really taking care of myself. I mean, I was still, like, exercising every day, obviously, because I was playing tennis, but, like, food-wise, I wasn't really taking great care of myself. During spring break, I was sick, and then I was sick for, like, the first 2 weeks of my new quarter, and that, I think it was just everything piled up from the winter was finally affecting my body, and so that was really tough as well. I really hate being sick. I hate having to miss things or miss classes and stuff like that. So that was really a huge struggle as well. And so I'm finally getting better. I'm getting back into the rhythm of things, but I'm still struggling because I don't really know what I'm doing next year still. And then I have to go to, like, a health sciences workshop, and it's pretty much a bunch of pre-med kids all in a room, all talking about medical school, all stressing each other out more. And so literally every week I have to go to that workshop. Like, I know it's necessary. I know it's going to be super helpful for me in the future, but I also genuinely do not like going to it because it just reminds me of how many people are actually better than me, who have better numbers than me, better GPAs, better MCATs, who just are overall more qualified to get into med school. And that is literally the worst feeling ever. And I know that the school doesn't mean for it to be like that, but making us go to this workshop where literally you just are comparing yourself to 50 other people, it can really suck sometimes, and it can really make you feel like you are not good enough. And so I've really been trying to look on the brighter side of things, like, this will help me, this will put me at a greater advantage by going to this workshop and learning these things. But it also, like, it really sucks having to go to them. Thankfully, I've been able to see my family more. I'm really enjoying my classes. I have amazing professors, and they really just make it so much better than last quarter was. And these classes I'm genuinely interested in, and I get to TA, and that's super exciting. I really like the class I'm TAing. I love the professor that it's with. So things are looking up, but for 3 months, I honestly, when people asked me if I was okay, I wouldn't really know what to say because I wasn't ever fully there. Like, I felt like I was in a literal cloud for 3 months. Like, I felt as though January through March was literally, like, I don't know what happened. I can't tell you one thing that was, like, super exciting or, like, something that I want to talk about. Like, I didn't see my nieces and nephews at all because I literally could not because of how much work I had, how much tennis was taking up my time. And so when I don't see them, like, I get very sad. Like, they bring so much joy to my life, and I have not been able to see them. I'm thankfully seeing them in 3 weeks, and I'm so excited. And it's finally warming up, and the weather's getting better. But literally for 3 months, I did not know who I was. I think I was trying to supplement happiness with things that weren't really that valuable. And I really didn't know how to make myself happy. And so now I'm trying to figure out how to make myself happy again. And so really the best thing for me is to start doing the things that I love. And, you know, it's come down to the end of tennis season. I'm a senior, and it's been very emotional. You know, not being able to play in the tournament sucks. But I appreciate all the opportunities I've been given by playing tennis, and this has been my sport. It's been my sport for almost 16 years. I started when I was 6, and now the end is here. And even though it's very emotional, it makes me extremely grateful for everything that I've been given, and for my parents for putting me through countless private lessons, taking me to practices, taking me to lessons. I'm just incredibly grateful. I know that stuff was not cheap, but you know, it's kind of the end of an era, but I really, you know, wish the best for everyone that is on my team and their future. And I just, you know, I really hope that this season can go on as long as possible, because I'm really not ready for it to go away. But also on the bright side, like with tennis being over soon, hopefully not too soon, I get to go back to things that I really genuinely enjoy. So working out, I really didn't have the time or really the muscle strength or energy to go out and work out outside of practices. So now I can get back into my routine. I really need to start getting my body back into its tone shape. I've been struggling a lot with my weight, and obviously, like, I'm not going to talk your ear off about it, because so many people struggle with their weight, and I am in no position to even say, like, I don't like the way my body looks, because I know that it's me just being extra critical. But also being on a woman's team, like, you're constantly comparing yourself to your teammates, and when you don't look like your teammates, like, you think something is wrong with you. So I'm just ready to get back into the gym, get back into my routine, start toning up, starting to shed some extra little fluff that I don't really want there. I'm gonna really try to start to watch what I eat. I'm going to try to stop eating out as much, or like cut it down, because I'm spending stupid amounts of money going out to eat. I need to like start keeping my refrigerator stocked with fruits and vegetables and all that fun stuff. And I'm ready to get back into my blog posts, which is why I am making this video, why I'm giving you a life update. And I'm ready to start doing more looks. I want to start, you know, doing my weekly blog posts, and if that's too much, I'll start with like every 2 weeks or monthly. But I'm just ready to get back into it, because it makes me so happy. And like the fact that people actually care about what I post on like my blog page is so incredible, and I want my following to get a little bigger. And it's really not even about the followers or about people or about the popularity. It's like, I genuinely love makeup, and I love skincare, and I love talking about that stuff, and I love sharing my thoughts about it. And so, you know, I just really like playing around with makeup. When I get to like have new makeup and like put it on, it genuinely makes me so happy. I love makeup. I love doing my friends' makeup. I love just seeing like the power of makeup, the beauty of makeup. And I also know how incredibly, like, happy I am when I'm doing makeup. Like, I get this, like, kind of tingling sensation, like, a genuine joy for it. And so I'm just really excited to get back into the swing of things with that as well. And honestly, I'm just looking forward to graduation. I'm looking forward to the future, whether that be, you know, I move from Michigan and pursue, you know, a job outside of Michigan, or I stay in Michigan. I'm applying to medical school. I'm taking the MCAT again. Like, there's a lot of really new, exciting, novel changes coming, and I'm very, very grateful and excited for them. And I'm ready to be the best version of myself that I can be, for not only myself, for the people that are in my life, for my family, for my friends, for my teammates. And I'm really ready to get out of this funk. And so any type of advice, help, just a positive message would be super appreciated. And I just want to let you guys know, thank you so much for still being interested in my blog, still, you know, responding to my questions on Instagram and all of that. And I'm really hoping that I can do some more of this stuff. And if you like this, let me know. And yeah, thank you for listening. I know this was kind of long, so I'm gonna wrap it up now. But anyways, I hope you guys all have a great night or great day wherever you are. And I really appreciate all the support and love, and thank you.